What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down something with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. I'm also going to talk about some big news coming out involving the Fed, but just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, not to mention an 8.1% APY. The offer ends in just 12 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, for the market, we've been very, very choppy today. The market is still technically range bound. But I'm seeing some weakness developing, considering the fact that the market had a high yesterday and we're making a lower high. Now, this doesn't guarantee anything right now, considering the fact that we have a lot of data coming in that the market's going to be reacting to. So I want to give you guys some insights about this. So what's happening today at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time? We have the Fed interest rates decision coming out. Whatever they announce is going to cause a crazy, crazy move. And we also have the economic projections report coming out at the same time. So I think the economic projections is going to be just as important. The first year, second year, and third year projections will be giving us more insights on what the Fed is anticipating to happen to rates for the next couple of years, what they're kind of like pricing in. And then the market's also indecisive. So before, the market was thinking that there was like a 63, 67% chance we would get a 50 basis point cut. Now this is going down, the probability of that happening, and this other one is going up. So what this means is now the market's pricing things in so that things are almost 50-50 between whether we get a 50 basis point cut or a 25 basis point cut. The market's kind of shifting its view. It's not as confident, not leaning so much in one direction. It's just waiting to see. Right now, it's almost 50-50. The market's not sure if we're getting those 50 basis point cuts or just a 25 basis point cut, and we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. So what do I see for the setup? So a lot of people that look at SPY might say, wait a second, we have a head and shoulders. There's a left shoulder here, there's a head, and there's a right shoulder forming. It's possible it could play out. We have this 20 EMA at 560. If we lose that, whether it's during Jerome Powell's speech or during something else, that's going to cause a very, very big move. So, anyways, just to clarify, for those who are maybe a little bit confused, we have the rate hike, the rates decision. It's not a hike; it's going to be the rate cuts decision at 2 p.m. and then at 2:30 p.m. we have the press conference with Jerome Powell's speech. So they come out at different times. So, are we going to get a rug pull? If we end up losing 560 and we fail to hold above that, I think, yes, we're going to likely see a big drop. That's going to be a very, very important pivot level because that's where the 20 EMA happens to be at on the 4-hour time frame. But if we hold above this 564 area, I think that we could try to get a rebound. So we'll be watching to see which way we end up going. And as of right now, we're just range bound. We're just completely range bound. So we just have to give this some time to develop. So be very patient with this. For ES, I am seeing a little weakness here, but the 20 EMA around 56 to 68, that's going to be our main support. If that fails, we're going to be dumping all the way down to fill the gap towards the 5630s. If this holds, we could try to bounce. We also have this resistance to watch for in the 5700s, so we'll see how it goes. But I am seeing some weakness on ES, so that could lead to some downside. So just be very, very careful, guys. There's a little bit of weakness on ES that could slow SPY down. Not a guarantee, though. This could always be manipulation. So it all depends on the Fed and what Jerome Powell says. If we hold the support, we could try to bounce, start pushing for all-time highs all over again, or we could continue to sink to fill this gap. We'll just have to wait and see. For Nvda, it's the same thing. Essentially, now there's a possible inverse head and shoulders setup right here, but not a guarantee. If we don't hold 114, we're looking for a dip back down to 111. And if we break past 116, we could try to bounce. Otherwise, we're just kind of choppy right here. So we're just waiting to see what the Fed ends up announcing. Will there be a rug pull all the way down to this imbalance, or will we see a big bounce? We're going to be very, very patient nonetheless. For Bitcoin, we're kind of dipping a little bit. We're looking at basically this resistance near the 60,000 area. And if we lose support, we're looking for a dip down towards 58,858. We're kind of stuck within a range. This is range bound for now. There could be a little bit of a dip coming, but this depends on Powell. For Tesla, we're range bound. We're holding the support right here at 227.5. That's going to be our 20 EMA. The green line is holding us up. If Tesla loses this, whether it's because of the rates decision or whether it's because of Jerome Powell's speech, we could be dipping down to 223.64 or even below that. If we hold this and we continue to hold through Jerome Powell's speech, we're looking for a push for 232 or higher. Tesla also has that big gap to fill above. We'll see if we do end up filling it. We have many other catalysts for Tesla. That includes our very, very important deliveries report and the Robotaxi event on 10/10. So for now, Tesla's kind of indecisive. We're in a range right now. We have some tough resistance around 230, 232, through 235. I would like to get bought up around 220. So we're going to give this some time to develop. We're just kind of shuffling for now in the 228s. I expect this to continue. But whether or not we get a big bounce or not depends on the Fed. For NQ, we're kind of dipping. If we end up losing 19,577, we're looking for a dip to fill this gap down to 19,400. If we break past 19,700, we could try to bounce. Just be careful, guys. I am still seeing a weakness developing here. For the QQQ, if we end up losing 471, we could be dipping down to 468. As long as we hold above that, we're looking for resistance around 474. Still kind of indecisive, so give it the time it needs. For others out there, we also have the IWM. The IWM is kind of sinking a little bit. We have 218 as our main support, and we have resistance as 220. We're stuck within this range of 218 breaks. However, we could be dipping down to 216. That's where this imbalance happens to be, so we'll give this some time to develop. So we'll see how it goes. For Coinbase, we're just range bound right now in the 262 area, 162 area, excuse me. If we break 166, that's a bullish signal. If we don't break that, we're going to likely dip. We have to try to hold above 162. If we don't hold above that, we could dip, so we'll have to give that some time. We will see if the Fed gives us a rug pull to 156, or if we break 166, we're stuck in the middle. Amazon's also stuck in the middle. If we lose 185, we're looking for a dip to 181. And if we try to break past 188, we turn bullish. I said there might be a little bit of a pop, then some sideways price action. That's all we're seeing, so we're waiting for the Fed. Meta is also kind of indecisive. We're still stuck between 540 and 535, going back and forth, so give it some time to develop. Microsoft is also slowing down a little bit, so if we lose 429.5 to 20 EMA, there's going to be a bigger dump towards 425. If we break past 434, we could turn back up, so there's a chance it could be dipping towards the 20 EMA, and we'll see what the reaction happens to be. For Google, we have this 160 area is a very, very key zone. If we lose that, we're dipping down to 158. If we hold this, we could try to bounce. We're watching to see if 160 holds, so be very patient and give it the time it needs. We are barely holding 160, but I'm going to be patient to see how well this holds for now. I think we're doing a decent job. So it all depends on the Fed at this point, guys. So the market's not the most fun to play. For those who are looking at the head and shoulders on SPY, it's possible it plays out, but I can't guarantee that until we see the Fed and if we lose the support. So if I were to play this, just to be very, very frank, I would just keep very, very small positions. I wouldn't really risk too much. I would use money I'm willing to lose, and I'd be very patient waiting for what Jerome Powell has to say. With that being said, expect some high volatility at 2 p.m. today once we get the rates decision and the projections for interest rates for many years out. And then at 2:30 p.m., we also have Jerome Powell's speech. So we'll see how things end up going. I thank you all so much for listening. So please have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon in a couple of hours for another update. Get ready for the FOMC meeting. Get ready for the big data that's coming out. At 2 p.m., expect some high volatility. So get ready, guys. Do what you have to do. And peace out.